It is time for the final. It is time for the final fucking trial. And there's no time like the present. Hello and welcome to episode 32, I think. 32 of Phoenix Wright Contempt of Court. Or should I say Miles Edgeworth Contempt of Court. I
have lost track of the time.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's time for Vergonian's episode.
Finally!
It was his episode during Vincenzo, but like that was packed.
That was so long ago. When was that, episode 2?
Yeah. It's time! Court is now in session for the final day of Renwick Smith's trial. Are the defense and prosecution ready to begin? Of course he isn't. I wonder why you're not. I wonder why you're so sweaty, Nick.
I wonder why we're on the other side, man.
Man, I really wonder why. Really, it's really a mystery. I said, are we prepared to begin, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor, ready to go. I mean, that's what I meant. This is a bit weird.
Something's not very right with this man. Get it?
Are you sure, Mr. Wright? You appear to be a little misfrazzled today. It's just, I think I'm coming down with the flu, Your Honor. Can we just get this over with, please? I mean, the defense is ready, Your Honor. What the fuck, Phoenix? You are having a stroke.
Remember on Edgeworth's POV now.
Honest.
The prosecution 2 is ready, Your Honor.
I just imagine right now that Nick's head is consistently saying one word over and over again, and it's just fuck. Right, good. I'm glad we're all getting on the same page after all. As you are both aware, today is the final day of this case that I will allow. We cannot spare more investigation time, as this case has gone for long enough as it is. And I want to have both of you has been put all order. But this trial is the final chance you will both get to present your cases. A verdict for Renwick Smith will be rendered today. Are we understood?
Understood, Your Honor. Right?
Yes, Your Honor. Bro, Wright is struggling. Would you be here, as always, with your opening statement, Mr. Edgeworth? Were the results of your investigation fruitful?
Very much so, Your Honor. Firstly, we have the test results of the VD8 knife to discuss.
Which is a whole bag to get into of itself.
The second bloodstain was identified as belonging to Mr. Titus Crump.
Titus Crump? The elderly gentleman from DD2 and VD8?
For whatever reason, he appears to have been killed with this very knife.
What, was such an item brought to our attention during the trial?
As I was not directly involved in that case, I can offer no confident answer.
I'm sure Wright can. I'm not sure if he's
someone over there
to,
can. The guy across from you probably can, yeah.
Yeah, it totally was, Your Honor. And if you say it didn't, then you're hallucinating.
You're lying. But according to Wright, it was not. Correct, right?
Well, about that one.
I'm about to say right so many times this episode.
That's the first I've heard. What? We just... Okay, right.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
That's the first I've heard of it, Your Honor. Wait, is the defense denying the prosecution's... Oh my god, this is going to go so horribly. Oh man.
Bro, I feel like Phoenix would have like 6 black locks if Edgeworth had a Magatama or something.
I've never spoken to you about such a thing, Edgeworth. Okay, are we just having amnesia
he's just
now?
He's just flat out saying it.
I think I'd remember something like that, wouldn't you say? What the fuck are you talking about, Wright? We literally discussed this!
Yeah, we just discussed this. Oh, come on, Wright. We very clearly discussed this yesterday.
Anyway, moving on. What else has the prosecution turned up?
This finger puppet of Titus Crump recovered from Vex Vulpa's solitary confinement cell. The Prince of Vulpa and the defendant, Renwick Smith, have been found inside of it.
That's right, Your Honor. That's right that they would like the defendant Smith to be found... Oh, right. We're trying to be fucking Edgeworth now.
Oh, right.
I would like to... As much as I would like to find Detective Smith innocent, there's no two ways about it. He wore that fingerprint... It's finger puppet at some point. The coup de grace.
And now the coup de grace, a single piece of evidence to solidify Mr. Smith's guilt. The enigmium itself.
You found it? Mr. Edgeworth, where on earth did you find it?
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit, Your Honor. Detective Snow recovered it yesterday from the defendant's home.
And then Phoenix's shock is suddenly all gone.
Yeah, watch. And it is currently completely covered in the defendant's fingerprints. This accompanying document confirms the fingerprints on the object as Mr. Smith's. And it is rather conclusive, I'm afraid, right?
Mr. Smith had the enigma in his possession all along.
While reviewing the evidence, I did toy with the idea that had been planted there. But that doesn't account for the fingerprints, you see. With this in mind, it's only possible for Mr. Smith to have handled the object.
I bet you that Edgeworth is fully expecting, like, some sort of interjection from Wright. He's like,
Yeah.
Yep, I guess he's guilty.
He's guilty!
Wait, what the
Womp
fuck?
womp!
What the fuck do you mean, Wright? It certainly sounds like the conclusive proof we've been looking for. Do you have anything to say regarding the prosecution's assertions, Mr. Wright? Edgeworth is just be like waiting for it, he's like, no, I have nothing. To admit, Your Honor, things seem pretty conclusive right now to me, too. Which I hate to admit it, of course, but I suspect...
He's not even trying to raise an objection.
What the fuck? Is this not aceattorney?
This is not the aceattorney I know. That's definitely not the Wright I know.
Okay, I mean...
Something is very wrong here.
In his defense, what the fuck can he say to fucking fingerprints?
With that out the way, I'd like to call Detective Snow to the stand.
Do we have to?
Here we go.
Boy. I see he's fixed his eyes.
For the benefit of the court, can we
Come
have
on,
your...
Niles! For 3 days in, he's gonna forget old Robbie.
It is merely a formality, and my name is Miles.
Fine, once more for old time's sake then. Detective Robert Snow, homicide. Sure, buddy.
And can you confirm that you are responsible for the recovery of the enigmium, Detective?
I do. Now, is the forensic, and that the forensic data is genuine. Can't bloody believe it. Detective? Shut the fuck up! Frederick, mate, why'd you do it? Is it really worth your own friend's life? Didn't you both talk to, like, civilized people? Ever heard of sharing, mate? What do you know? The more you have, the less you have. What? Well,
I guess?
It appears that we may have our man after all. Before we run to your testimony, Mr. Edgeworth, have you found any more on Hemlock?
I'm afraid not, Your Honor.
I think Wright found quite a bit, I'm gonna be honest.
Although I was under the impression that Wright was chasing down some leads on Hemlock yesterday.
They all went nowhere.
Nope, no idea what you're talking about.
So, Wright, is this true? Of course not. No, you're
No,
right.
yeah.
I mean, I was, but that leads led me into a dead end. It seems that, like, Wyatt was alone in what he did. Nothing to do with Hemlock at all! Yeah, I married 6 years ago, after all. Oh, Mr. Wright, I should have taken your badge yesterday.
Wright, what are you doing? Of course you have leads!
Nuh-uh. We all were. Don't beat yourself up, Barry. Hemlock's too slippery a fellow. It would have been hard for anyone to track him for too long. But in all seriousness, think. Hemlock was established as one after the enigmium. Why would Renwick have stashed it in her own home? Sorry, guys, but the forensic data on the fingerprints prove an attempt. It had to be required testimony from you regarding your discovery. Are you ready to begin, Detective? That's ready as a lover me, I guess. So how is the cross-examination gonna work?
Are we just gonna witness Phoenix cross-examine him or something?
I guess. Confirm Renwick's guilt, the enigmium had to be found. And after one last-ditch attempt effort to scour the apartment, it finally turned up. I mean, look at this beauty. This is it for sure, yeah? And whoopsie daisy, Renwick. You went and left the prints all over it, chap. I'm sorry about this, mate. I really am, but I'm just doing my job. It's nothing personal. It seems quite personal. I'm finding a couple things a little hard to swallow, Detective. Really? I tried mashing them and dissolving them in the water, Your Honor. Not my medication, thank you. Although I wouldn't actually take that tip on board. No, I'm referring to the convenience of the setup. There's one thing Renwick ain't a good burglar. He'd have taken care of that in a more secretive place than he chose. And then if that's the case, then why was it not found sooner? Whoa, let's give Harry some sort of challenge for his cross-examination. The defense is ready to begin, Your Honor. I think. Indeed, a puzzle. This reminds me of a puzzle.
Indeed a puzzle. Oh my god! Why did it take the police near enough 3 days to find the enigma? Strange that it should turn up now when it was supposedly not hidden very well. That's a good point. That being said, I ought to pay close attention to Wright's cross-examination. Something is very different off about his behavior today. I'm not buying this flu story for a second.
That's alright. We're all waiting for you to begin. Sorry, I don't know how to begin the cross-examination if I'm not being played by the player. Yes, Your Honor. I'm just thinking of what approach to take. Well, I guess we'll start at the start, Detective. I mean, let me get with the... Phoenixwright. I was gonna say you need to get a grip, but I understand why he has no grip whatsoever. We'll begin at the beginning. I mean, let's just do this. Wait, what? Okay, so, wait.
Okay.
Sound great. Well, argument!
Okay, we're doing an argument. Okay!
Well, it looks like you found the enigma, alright. Okay, guys, come on. I guess this means the identity of Brisbane's assailant is obvious right now. I mean, Miss Weaver never saw him leave the house with it. That explains the prince, right? The phone conversation recording clearly reveals the defendant voice in the background, too. And now this final evidence from Detective Snow really cements Detective Smith's guilt. As much as I hate to admit it, there's no more room for debate. There, Your Honor. We have no error messages. I don't know what you're talking about. So as you can see, members of the court, despite the trust and belief I put into each and every one of my clients, I can be a bit of a bitch. I'm afraid on this occasion that it was very much misplaced. But I'd like to have believed it myself, even I was taken for a fool.
I knew something was amiss. He didn't even bring up the points we discussed yesterday. All he did was agree with everything the detective said. The prosecution has doubts about the defendant's argument, Your Honor.
It does, but the defense agreed with the witness and by extension you, Mr. Edgeworth. He's right, you know. You're disagreeing with your own case, Mr. Edgeworth. You got this case in the bag, right? You've won!
Yes, I'm aware of the irony. But my disagreement spurs from certain details that the defense has inexplicably left out.
What?
I value truth and justice above petty victories.
And the American way.
Your Honor, I wish to challenge the defense's argument.
Well, I'm not one for leaving a stone unturned. Agreed. This argument warrants further explanation.
What are you up to, Wright? I try to halt your momentum and sabotage the case.
I don't think that's a very good idea, Your Honor.
It has been settled, right? There's no going back now.
Can't stop.
Whatever's gotten into him. I, for one, won't stand injustice and false truths. And if I have to be the one to defend his own client for him, then so be it.
Are we just reverse rolling this now?
That's a roll change.
I'm gonna save here, because I have a feeling it's gonna break again. Yep, there. Okay, at least this will probably work. Sure, once you found the enigma, am I right?
A question for Detective Snow first, concerning his point.
Shoot me!
Might I ask where exactly in the defendant's apartment you found the enigmium?
The other cliche of a hiding place that is under whose floorboard, mate. A true murder mystery classic, right?
Indeed. So much so, one would think that would be the first place they would check. And who was responsible for the discovery of this loose floorboard?
Well, Roderick, I should say. It's his apartment, and you know, if he... Man, you guys aren't an easy crowd today. Fine, it was me.
I honestly wonder if this man ever takes his job seriously.
that answer your question, Edgeworth?
No, not entirely. If memory serves me, anaemium is a very malleable substance. That is, its appearance can be easily altered.
Your point?
Did the defendant not think to at least disguise it?
Perhaps make it a playing card again.
Granted, it's not a foolproof plan, but it would have been an effort, would it not?
But Ryan, he didn't know about the nickname that well.
Even if it's worthless, so the folks in obtaining it. I came into contact with it way back when it looked like a King of Hearts. Marcus used it was just playing for a bit of metal. Though I noticed how bendy it was, but otherwise didn't know. Wasn't aware they could have disguised it to look like something else entirely.
I thought I was onto something there. Very well, Wright. Continue.
Hold it!
Something of a rash conclusion, don't you think, Wright? Considering how thus far you've been adamant the defendant was not at Brisbane's house?
That's what I believed at first. But after weighing the evidence... To beat yourself up, Harry. Honestly, I admire your blind trust in others. But that's what people take advantage of. Case in point, young Smith here. I know how much he begged for you to take his... Excuse me?
Huh?
We can even buy into a sub story, you see? Yep, lots of sickos out there, Detective.
So your answer would be no, my conclusion was not rash.
Correctamundo.
Great, that cleared up a lot.
Why's this even happening? It doesn't matter. I mean, Miss Weaver saw him leave the house, I think that's...
Hold it!
My ears. We still cannot determine the man beneath the mask.
Look at all the evidence, Edgeworth. I'd be the last to admit defeat, but facts are facts.
Since when has that ever stopped you? Uppercase you.
When does that ever stop you? How do we know that the assailant was the defendant?
Hold it!
I can't argue with that.
Yeah, you just now chose to argue with it.
No, my intention was not to... Well, yes, in a way,
This guy ain't playing with a full deck, eh, Harry? You got that right, Detective. Can we just move?
Look, can we just move on? Guess I didn't have a valid point after all.
Hold it!
I must question your motives, right? Why are you no longer concerned about your client?
Why are you no longer concerned about your client?
Why are you no longer concerned about your client?
Sorry, what was that? That didn't really make much grammatical sense.
I don't, what?
But because the evidence outweighs his innocence, don't you agree?
At first glance, but what about all the leads you were chasing down yesterday? Do they not account for anything? Do they not account for anything anymore?
I'm afraid not.
Hold it!
Yay. Okay.
Huh? What?
Just, oh, sorry. There's plenty of room for debate. and you must have formulated some kind of counter-argument.
The same thing, Niles. What's the matter, Harry? Where's that fighting spirit? I don't know. I mean, in the face of the evidence before us, there's no point. You tell me when you're wrong, huh?
This is something of a role reversal. Suddenly, I'm the one defending Wright's client?
What the fuck, Wright? You're specifically hired for this!
What in the... No, this goes beyond that.
Why was, like, Brisbane mixed into that?
I think that was my voice. It's fine.
Read the second half of the statement.
Sorry. This is to coax out the truth I know he's withholding from us. I must gather my thoughts and listen carefully against Wright's argument. If I am to bring out the truth, I must deconstruct his reasoning piece by piece. Deduction.
Well, it sure looks... Okay, so I think it's deduction time. Look, you're an enigma, alright. I guess this means the identity of Brisbane's assailant is obvious right now. I mean, Miss Weaver saw him leave the house with it, that explains the prints, right? Her phone conversation recording clearly reveals the defendant's voice in the background, too. I mean, we could always be like, oh, but does it? But does it point it out, huh? Or does that feel like that'd be wrong?
I don't know.
You're useless! You don't know! Why do I have to do all the deductive reasoning again? Oh, I've been doing this whole damn series, don't do shit! I'm the one that does all the objecting. I'm the lawyer. Yeah, it's like I'm Phoenix and you're Maya.
Hey, Nick!
Hey, Nick, what if you threw a burger at him? It doesn't really make much sense.
Nick, hear me out.
Hear me out, Nicholas. Nicholas is so wrong. I actually think I know what to do. Wait, actually no, I did know what to do. She didn't see Renwick, she saw a figured man.
No, I believe it does not.
No, that's wrong! Really? But the assailant did leave Mr. Brisbane's house with the enigmium in hand, yes?
As the sole witness, we must take Miss Weaver's word on that, Your Honor. And as such, we must also take her word on another observation.
Oh my god, I love the theme.
Namely, that of the assailant's gloves.
Gloves?
For those of you in the court who have the pleasure of meeting Miss Morag Weaver, hopefully you didn't, you will also remember a crucial part of her testimony. You will... sorry, that the assailant wore gloves. And what's more, that he held the enigmium in his hand.
So you're right, Mr. Redford! That thing I was just about.
Objection!
Oh, did Hemlock do that objection? Yes, Mr. Wright? Did you just shout objection just now? Huh? No, that wasn't but oh, yes, that was me, Your Honor! Yes, I'd actually do object fourth! You're wrong, Edgeworth, because of, it's how else did the defense's fingerprints get on the enigmium? Keep in mind that we're only focusing on one moment, that of the crime. Now, consider that Detective Smith and Brisbane are good friends. There must have been a point in time where, I don't know, he touched it, perhaps? I think I know what you're trying to say, mate. I'm not personally getting from that load of rubbish, it's not like gloves don't matter.
On what grounds do you make that assumption?
Redrick's prince or Redrick's prince, mate. Whether he took it home and polished it, or he and Brisbane used to play golf with it. Whatever the reason, Redrick must have touched the enigma at a different time. Check the report, mate. There's no mistake on whose prince they are. Indeed, even if the assailant wore gloves, it doesn't excuse the prince being there nonetheless. Did I pick that up?
And it doesn't explain Wright's son's heel turn either. Regardless, I believe this places doubt on who exactly the assailant was. The man Miss Weaver saw leave the premises with the enigmium in hand.
Oh shit!
And now the tricky part, deciding if it was really Smith or not. And having no idea what either answer means for this case.
Can you confirm whether the man was able to defend it or not?
No, but I'm forced to choose now that I've been brought it up.
Man who left the crime scene.
The man who left the crime scene with the enigmium. Was it Smith or not?
Oh shit.
It was definitely Hemlock. Let's just start with that.
Yeah, but Edgeworth
Doesn't
Phoenix
know that.
has proof of that, but Edgeworth doesn't.
I mean, we're trying to help you. Well, no. We're trying to... What are we trying to do?
Well, it is work. He said role reversal, so I'm guessing we're the defense for this part of the trial. Because I imagine we'll be back to Phoenix at some point.
So I guess it wasn't him?
That's sick.
I don't...
We can't forget, though, that she saw Smith there 30 minutes before.
Well... Technically... stealing the enigmium doesn't mean murder?
But if we...
You know what? No, that's dumb. It's a dumb point. I don't know.
Hold on, actually. It has to have been Smith, no?
Probably.
Because this happened at 5:03, and she said she saw the person with the enigmium leave at 5:03. But if Smith got there at 5 o'clock, then...
This won't initially sound good for the defendant, but if I can somehow turn it around... The mysterious hooded figure with the enigmium had to have been Detective Smith.
But that doesn't mean he was the assailant. So the defendant was the guilty party?
No, Your Honor, my assumption is purely based on the fingerprint debacle. Is the answer by which I have chosen to stand.
Yes! Objection! Let's forget about the fingerprints for a moment, shall we? They're entirely necessary for running out my client's guilt. What's an outbreak, Mr. Wright? Who's suddenly the prosecution? Whoever in the court heard the prosecutor's words just now. A mysterious hooded figure with the enigmium had to have been Dr. Smith. Doctor?
Doctor!
So you're in fact assuming that he did set foot into the house, correct?
Correct.
If that's true, then there's no way he could have missed the Oh!
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
That is, assuming he didn't commit the attempted murder. What?
But what?
He actually has a very good point. Wait. Order! 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 The defense appears to be correct, Mr. Edgeworth. If you so strongly asserted that the hooded man to be the defendant, there would only be two distinct possibilities. One, that he was the assailant and left the scene thinking Mr. Brisbane had been killed. Or two, that he wasn't the assailant but knew about the body in the middle of the room.
Meaning he saw Brisbane's body regardless. Oh, sorry. Oh, my God. I'm so tired today, I don't know why. Instead of taking a gamble in hopes of turning it around, Wright has turned it around on me instead.
He is the turnabout player, not you, Edgeworth.
The turnabout devil.
See, Edgeworth?
You're telling me that Detective Smith is innocent now. Yeah, folks, that's a very smart fellow over there. well, I can't take all the credit. No.
Yeah.
I believe we should hear a new testimony from you regarding the snow. The body in the living room was ignited with the lane.
I was so distracted by those bloody fingerprints. But I can't afford to be sidetracked right now.
So the only possible way we can be right is if there's some sort of evidence that his body was hidden.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh! Oh shit!
Oh, you think they stashed his body in there? That makes sense.
Because that was the one piece of blood they couldn't actually prove or, like, do anything with, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Sooner or later, Wright, I need the truth from you.
I'm gonna be honest, Edgeworth, I don't think you're gonna be getting that and staying alive.
And if I have to pull it out from the roots, then that's what I'm gonna do.
But this kiss the movie.
Gish the Mooney.
It ain't been dark. It's only right up gonna miss the body. Like I already said, how could he have taken the enigma? Whether he did or not, Frank saw the body either way. Since he didn't call the police on discovering his dying friend, makes you think, eh?
Dun, dun, dun. So we're gonna just disregard that testimony because Phoenix is gonna make an argument.
Indeed. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it, Edgeworth?
This can't be right. He wouldn't be acting like this on his own accord. Could it be that?
Damn, Edgeworth. Personally, I probably would have caught on way sooner, but damn, he caught on quick.
He's a genius, guys. Well, in case I'm right, I should tread carefully and see where this goes. I'd rather the defense cross-examine the detective. What am I saying?
The defective detective.
The defective detective before I give my opinion.
I agree. Mr. Wright? Cross-examine? What the fuck is that? What are you waiting for, mate? How about it?
Oh my lord.
Oh my god!
Judging on the body's position, it was impossible for Detective Smith not to have seen it. That is how he's able to get his hands on the invidium, after all. You can't deny that the assailant's identity with all the evidence supporting it. The fact that Brisbane called his own ambulance proves Smith was in no rush to do it himself. This is, of course, all based on the prosecutor's assumption that he really was there. You said it yourself, Edgeworth. You stand by what you said. You heard answer that Detective Smith was indeed the masked man on the premises at that time.
He's damned if it was him. He's damned if it wasn't him. But I can see through you, Wright. You won't give up on your clients this easily.
Unless their name was Matt on God.
No, even it took him a while to get rid of that
Well,
too.
yeah, but because Maya was kidnapped.
Yeah.
Which I guess... I
There
mean, I
must
guess
be
she's
more
not,
going on here.
I guess she's not kidnapped this time, but she's in constant danger right now.
I mean, technically, this is a very similar situation.
Except he's, like, literally all alone. Please, veins. Body. Okay, I still didn't fix it. Alright, anyways, we'll just try it. Checking the body's position, it was impossible for Detective Smith to have not seen it.
Hold it!
Where's the cave?
I'm inclined to say improbable, not impossible. Might I remind you that it was
We
supposedly
did an
dark when...
experiment, mate. Took the whole windows to simulate the conditions of the crime. The rest of them dumbos, but I for one can still clearly see the body.
Interesting experiment. And when did this come about?
Soon as we found the body, mate. Only hearing about it now because you forced my hand. I was thinking we were in the wasted time.
you didn't.
No, you didn't.
I can vouch for Detective Snow. Stumbled upon this experiment when I first saw the scene.
Is that so? Curses, I was hoping this would be a point worth pressing.
Besides Edgeworth, you know, another point. The enigma had to have been taken directly from the body as it served as his false eye. That is how he was able to get his hands on the enigma after all.
Hold it!
If the defendant was somehow able to remove Brisbane's eye, then surely the object is removable in the first place. I would assume Brisbane doesn't keep it in 24/7.
I mean, why wouldn't he? You know, I shouldn't think about it. I can see where you're coming from. But the evidence appears to suggest that it was removed forcefully from his eye socket. Ew. Alright, sounds like he puts his eye in a glass of water by his bed at night like an old lady. Believe me, we checked his bedroom for a glass of water. Found not.
Oh yes, such overwhelming evidence.
Point is, we can now positively confirm who was there that night.
Hold it!
I just don't believe we can. What am I saying? I just...
I don't believe we just can.
I don't believe we can... I don't believe we can just yet.
Okay, there we go.
I'm stroking.
You said yourself that Detective Smith was the last man that Miss Weaver saw that night. Morning. Fuck. I heard it too. Yes, we have a record of this, sir.
I think I have dyslexia. I actually just realized I think I have dyslexia.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
But I'm toying with the idea. Oh.
But I'm toying with the idea that a second person was there at the victim's address.
Second person. Yeah, right. Can you back up such a ridiculous claim?
The idea of a second party at the scene. It would probably be the only way right now to bring doubt upon the defendant. I plan to, but not right now.
You mean you can't? Good. Now let me continue. Bro. Fuck you.
Perhaps calling an ambulance wasn't the first thing on the defendant's mind.
Throwing the bleeding, broken body from his only friend, Errol Brisbane? A tall, proud man with a heart of gold, now reduced to a pile of jelly on the cold hard floor? You're right. My first instinct would have been ordered to call him to be ordering a pizza.
What kind of pizzas do you eat for that image to be so appetizing?
The honest reason the defendant didn't ring for an ambulance was because he did it. He scarpered back home and pretended to be asleep when the police came knocking.
Scarper is crazy.
Fuck. Wait. Did I just press this? Yeah. Oh my god! Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Press!
Hold it!
Then what is the defense's assumption? Do you agree that Smith was here? There.
Disagree.
Yes.
Said agree.
Agree.
Well, no, I suppose not. He was there, of course. Killed Brisbane and still is in the enigmium.
Yes.
That gives it away, don't it? Why else would it be what are these words? Traipsing around in the dead of night. Exactly, Snow.
Exactly. Yep.
Why else?
These cross-examinations are starting to sound more and more despondent. This is most unlike Wright to just give up on his client like this. If not just correct as this odd behavior, I should approach this with extra caution. There's a flaw within this argument somewhere, I just have to find it.
I still think it's the books. I think it's Bloodstain.
Maybe then I could begin to piece together what really happened during the crime. while simultaneously exposing Wright's arguments as somebody else's. Error.
Like, I know what I need to do, I just don't know, like, where, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think I can just present it here? I'm gonna try it. Let's go!
Yeah! Right, Detective Snow.
You're fucking imbeciles!
Am I correct in assuming Brisbane was found on his living room floor?
I thought we'd been over this so many times. Don't you need to check the photograph again? This is clearly the living room floor. Look at it. Look at this photograph.
I'm not talking about the photograph. I'm referring to one of this case's most intriguing mysteries.
Who really shot Gregory Edgeworth?
Oh my god.
Namely, the trace of blood found inside the kitchen cabinet.
Bloodstain! Think the bloodstain in the cabinet contradicts the defense's argument?
That particular bloodstain puzzled me from the beginning. How could a bloodstain this prominent be present in such an unlikely location? Is the defense able to explain this? Consider this your final chance to convince me nothing is wrong, right? And don't try and deny what I know you know.
Phoenix knows the answer here.
My eye.
Bloodstain, I think it's a matter of simple deduction, Edgeworth. Even you could do it! As we all know, the victim was beaten until he drew blood. As you saw at the crime scene, it was spilled over a wide area. Who's to say some of it didn't fly to the direction of the cabinet? That's how to stain the interior!
Incorrect, and you know it is.
Oh, Mr. Wright? Well, Edgeworth, what you're...
Your Honor, the cabinet was closed at the time of the incident. An investigation team and I opened it for the first time 2 days ago.
Right in front of Wright, too. 2 days ago? I heard you spent the blood on the inside.
As it was impossible then for blood to fly across the room and into the cabinet. That leaves us with only one other explanation.
His brain was in there.
We're gonna get pursued?
An answer that will kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or mysteries in this case. The reason a bloodstain was found on the closed cabinet, and also the reason Renwick Smith failed to see the body. The true assailant hid the unconscious Brisbane in the cabinet before he arrived.
No, what? Water! I will have water!
Running with the idea that the defendant was indeed the man Miss Weaver saw. The body must have been moved beforehand by somebody else, the real assailant.
That's such a ridiculous scenario! What evidence do you have to back that up with? How do you prove the second person was even there before Detective Smith arrived? Actually, don't even answer that, because I know for a fact you can't. Please. Please!
Bro got the cry for help.
Oh, you got a good one. Something you missed out, Niles? No, I'm no detective or anything. But even if the innocent Renwick didn't see the body, still a hell of a lot of blood around the place, eh?
Forgot about the blood. Now that you would have noticed for sure.
And before you ask, the experiment showed the blood to be visible in the dark, too. Sorry, Niles, mate, but you can't prove Renwick wasn't aware that something went down.
So long as that doubt remains, Smith was the assailant. How am I going to prove a second party was involved? What would he do at a time like this, when the odds are stacked against him?
I feel like I'm about to hear an investigation reference.
Bluff!
He would always somehow manage to turn things around and think outside the box. And how would one apply that mindset to this current debacle?
Was Brisbane...
Of course! What if Smith didn't see the copious amount of blood? Because it wasn't even there yet.
Wait, what? But then why would Brisbane be hiding?
Oh.
The prosecution rests with its plea. Brenda Smith did not stumble across a blood-soaked battleground.
Either had not happened yet.
Because such a scene did not even exist.
Huh?
Oh, nervous Snow.
Mr. Richards, did I hear you correctly? You claim that there was no blood in the vicinity when the defendant arrived?
No signs of foul play that would have warranted the need to phone an ambulance. Including lack of blood, yes.
That is hands down the most ridiculous thing you've ever said. Aside from when you said, I love you, Wright. How exactly is that reasoning supposed to prove a second person was there?
The second person could have beaten Brisbane unconscious and stashed the body in the kitchen cabinet so that Smith wouldn't find it.
You say that, but how does that make the blood magically disappear then reappear? You and I saw it clear as day during the investigation, after all. I admit it doesn't make much sense. Mr. Edgeworth, can you clear that a second person was able to make this phenomenon happen?
I suppose I'll have to now, won't I? Yes, Your Honor, I believe I can. That's it, I hope. Yep, this
is how
so
the second
Phoenix
person
vibes,
is able to make the blood stains disappear and reappear.
dude.
What?
Okay, something...
Let's just go through it, honestly. Also, the weapon. It could be his jacket. I'm gonna try it.
Take that!
That was a very... that was a very chibi take that. That's... the victim's jacket. Wait, that's your line. Whoopsies!
The victim's jacket, is it not?
The judge turned British. This simple item of clothing became the assailant's most useful tool that night. For he used the victim's own jacket to construct the crime scene we have now.
Have you lost your conkers, mate? What do you do, magic them away with his magic jacket? I'm liking this theme, oh my god.
The bloodstain weren't even there in the first place. If I could draw the court's attention to the interior of the jacket...
I just gotta say, for none of the blood to seep outside, how fucking thick is that leather, or whatever it's made out of?
Tungsten, knowing this guy. You'll observe it to be completely soaked with blood. However, the exterior shows a stark contrast.
Yes, you're right, there's not one drop of blood outside.
Indeed. Curious, isn't it?
There's been bruise all over and blood through his shirt according to this photo. I think that would explain the jacket's interior.
I disagree. Looking at the photograph, right? The bloodstains on his shirt were exterior, possibly caused by his facial bleeding. And might I remind you that he isn't even wearing the jacket?
Oh yeah.
And even if he did wear it at the time, why would the assailant choose to remove it?
There's a bruise made with him wearing his jacket. How did inside get so bloody?
Following a medical examination, it was revealed that the victim has hemophilia, Your Honor.
Hemophilia?
Hemophilia. This was something I only discovered yesterday
I'm sure they
myself.
want to explain it. Hemophilia? What to do with vampires?
That's hemophilia. No, Your Honor, not quite. It is a genetic condition where one's blood takes much longer to properly clot, if at all. In extreme cases, even a pinprick could cause profuse bleeding for hours.
Jesus Christ, no wonder why it's in a coma.
Yeah. It was for this reason that the victim lost so much blood from mere blunt force.
So, wait, blood clotting is how blood stops bleeding, I guess. I somehow did not know that. My, that sounds dreadful. I'd be fearing about biting my own tongue.
Now take into consideration the victim's condition and the circumstance of his jacket. The assailant must have wrapped the victim's upper body up in his jacket, preventing the blood from landing on the floor.
Wait, the cabinet.
Knowing the defendant would soon be arriving, the assailant had to act fast. With the victim's body bleeding into the jacket, he moved it into the kitchen cabinet. Out of view from Smith, who would be none the wiser when he showed up.
Then what about the blood we saw at the crime scene?
Once the defendant was gone, the assailant came out from hiding and got to work. He took the body back out of the cabinet, and with the blood pooling in his jacket, that was when he set about painting the crime scene, quite literally. That is what I believe explains the half-hour time gap.
It's a very interesting theory, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, once we get scarce enough proof that anything holds water, maybe we should get Vex's bucket again. I don't think that's bring up the possibility of a second person either. Exactly, Your Honor. His fingerprints were found at the scene. Not only that, but think of where they were found. In the original weapon, the Girate wire. Oh, now, my lad, you've done it in this time.
Explain.
Don't you get it? The second person was all in your head, mate. You got nothing to suggest Frederick didn't just walk in and do it all himself. All you've done is incriminate him further. Take it away, Harry! Oh, great, a third argument.
But I love how Phoenix is like the quickest. This is like the quickest he's ever like thought of stuff because Snow's kind of just forcing him to say stuff.
Considering that Hemlock said that he was going to call Nick every 30 minutes, I guarantee you he just fucking prepped Nick every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's go! There was no second person at the scene. Frederick Smith was alone in what he did. The attempted murder of Brisbane, the enigma theft, setting up the crime scene, everything else. And besides, why would he show up 4:30 in the... 4? That's just not right.
What?
In a mask and hoodie. And also, why... How did he...
My man just had a breakdown.
Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Is it your flu again? Looks like it, Your Honor. Come on, Harry, you can do it. Yeah, got some cold killer X.
No!
Fuck you!
No!
Oh, my coat somewhere.
Not the Cold Killer X!
Heard it's your... Fuck off!
Right, is there perhaps something you wish to get off your chest?
No, nothing at all. It's going to plan.
Hemlock. Wright must have looked around too far yesterday and the Phantom Controller himself appeared. He's the one forcing you to give up on your client. Not if I have anything to say about it.
We're just not going to address him not ending his argument? Okay, I'm gonna present immediately, but I want to see what the fuck... Are those dots just there?
It appears.
Okay, no, they're not.
I'm certain Wright's trapped under Hemlock's influence. That the Phantom Controller himself is pulling the strings of these proceedings. I have a feeling pressing... What? I have a feeling pressing won't get me far here. I need something substantial.
Turn off your dyslexia for more than 2 minutes at a time.
I can't. He's beginning to crack under the pressure. Then again, so should the strength of his arguments. I don't know if I can guarantee his safety, but I must continue.
Okay, first, where's a 4:30?
Can we collectively agree that Detective Smith was the masked man's identity?
Yes, he was. That's what I've been saying.
Right. Now what happened at 4:30 AM? Where has this time come from?
Well, that was what the assailant arrived at Brisbane's house, of course.
Was it?
Yeah... maybe...
Miss Weaver saw the masked Smith leave the house at 5:30 AM. Or have you forgotten about this? Your Honor, this was a reminder note written by the victim. Written by the victim. It clearly denotes that he was expecting the arrival of someone that night. It's an R character, which we can only take to stand for Renwick. And if the defense is so insistent that the assailant arrived at 4:30 a.m., then he can't be talking about the defendant, can he? He's referring to the true assailant who arrived half an hour earlier to kill Brisbane. In other words, the fabled second person.
Let's go! Phoenix is dropping hints for us. Order! A brutal prosecution. Before 30 a.m. was the time of the assailant arrived. This could possibly have been Dr. Smith.
My theory, Your Honor, is that the true assailant committed the crime at 4:30 a.m. Then hid the body and the blood according to my previous explanation. He did this because he knew Smith would arrive at the exact time of 5 a.m.
Second person go, alright. I'm confused, Niles. I'm genuinely confused.
That we can all agree on.
Don't you want to be happy? Get this case by the conquerors, mate. We're doomed from the start. Good Phoenix who saw sense in the end has done more prosecuting than you. And yet you become the one trying to protect him. You got an easy win, mate. In my book, win equals happiness. Why wouldn't you want that?
You're lecturing me now on how I should feel in the middle of a critical trial. For your information, Detective, I'm only happy when justice has been served. I care little about any victories anymore. Those days are far behind me.
Let me ask you then, mate. The second person of yours, who was it?
A man that temporarily taken a backseat to today's proceedings. A man Wright has supposedly looked into, yet refuses to divulge his feelings. Yeah, I wonder. Can you say his name? Right?
It's
Say his name. You see, Your Honor, even Wright is aware of the second person, yet is terrified of his name.
Wait a minute. Are you referring to...
The all-seeing, all-knowing individual only known as Hemlock.
Don't make me laugh. Oh, missing criminal is genius. Is the only one who could have been the attainment. What if it's saying you have to back that one up?
Hemlock is the one, and now he's manipulating the trial by puppeting the defense. Yet, two of the most damning pieces of evidence, the Garrett Wire and the Enigmium. They both somehow bear Detective Smith's prints. There must be something wrong here. What am I missing?
With these crimes, the defendant's traces the crime scene cannot be denied. Besides, if this reminder written by Brisbane is anything to go on, Chicken Smith was at the house that night. How are you gonna explain that one, Edgeworth? The door's right out right now, mate. Just give up, Miles. Give up chasing shadows and just accept the truth like us.
The truth. Could it be that the truth is what's wrong with this case? Is it at all possible for the truth to be wrong?
Speculation will not hold its concrete proof, Mr. Edgeworth. So unless you can somehow...
I have an idea, Your Honor. I wish to challenge a certain so-called truth to this case.
Search of truth? Oh.
Allow me to explain. Something here is wrong. Something we have all come to accept as factual truth. Something we have all been fooled into blindly accepting. Something we have never thought to even validate. And I realized that I was the biggest fool of all.
And what exactly is this inconsistency? It's part of this case's validation. Oh! No! It's not
What are you thinking?
It's not.
What do you think?
It's not Frederick's prince at all, is it?
Oh. The fingerprints that code every incriminating object in this case. I suspect they're not the defendant's fingerprints. Bum bum bum.
Order! Oh, what grounds do you think the fingerprints are somebody else's?
There are multiple details that scatter mysteries that don't seem to add up. Everything so far appears to divert attention to Detective Smith as the perpetrator. But this entire case has been manipulated by another's hand, Your Honor.
Don't go there!
He's controlling you too, isn't he, Wright? And you're not at liberty to say.
How does the guy consider the fingerprints to not be the defendants?
In extreme circumstances like these, even the truth must sometimes be challenged. For it may turn out to be an ideal. I have a fingerprint analysis report received from Detective Snow in the lobby. As you can see, it shows that a clear match is made. But it is really the defendant's prints. All I have is Detective Snow's word for it, after all.
Here, well, this is an official document, Mr. Edwards, and it's not been tampered with. Very much.
I was afraid of that.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely!
Is this worth pursuing? The prosecution requests a full fingerprint report on everybody involved in the case.
Whoa, Mr. Edwards, why do you want to do that? You're in his honor, those prints are enigmatic. I can't talk for you. Anyone besides Renwick's. That'll be Harry. The fifth objecting to the prosecution's request. No question the defendant's fingerprints with their Edward?
No, Your Honor, I question everybody else's. Please grant my request and I will hope to show you.
No, Your Honor! Objecting is irrelevant waste of time!
You really object, right? What is somebody else? I'm on to you, Hemlock.
Objection! Overruled, Mr. Wright. Let's go! Bailiff, contact the local precinct to get a fingerprint file on everyone involved in this case. I do mean everyone! Oh my god, what are we about to figure out? Thank you, Bailiff. That will be all. And let's produce this report. There's Renwick's. There's... Wait.
Brisbane.
Wait!
Detective Smith's fingerprint sample remains the same. It's still troublingly identical to the prints on the enigmium surface.
Then there's an order here, I'm afraid. I noticed the problem.
What's up? Was it the... I'm gonna assume, because I didn't get a clear look at everyone in time.
I could be wrong, and I may have seen it wrong, but I think Snow's fingerprints were the same as Renwick's.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured too,
Renwick's print has now been clear in the second report. That Smith was definitely the handler of the enigma and the guarantor wire.
Fingerprints report. Oh, yeah, check.
Hey, remember Renwick's print?
Renwick. Okay, yeah.
Oh my god, they share the same prints! And the back one, bro. Okay, we're good. Oh my god!
We got it!
We got his ass!
We got...
No!
No! I can't let this be it!
You are!
I'm missing something
You
here.
are!
I know I'm missing something.
You are!
If this report isn't hiding anything, then why is the defensive reactions from Wright? And any reaction of Wright's must be, by extension, those of Hemlock, too. Wait a minute. This nagging feeling. Something in this report must have subconsciously resonated with me. Wait. What the... That's it! I knew something about this report was off.
Right, hands on the mate. I certainly have valiant effort of you, Mr. Edwards, for thinking outside the box. Alas, it appears you have not been able to discredit the defendants.
Objection!
Wait a moment,
Wait a moment, Your Honor! I just found something very unusual with this report.
Are you sure, Mr. Redworth? The report's fine to me. Yeah, totally fine. It's all in your head, Niles.
This has to be a mistake, but I'm hoping it's not. Here within this report lies a bizarre discrepancy. One that would result in a certain person to thoroughly explain himself.
You mean Wright? I agree. You should be ashamed of that man. Very well, Mr. Redworth. Show us the so-called bizarre discrepancy. What picture are we looking at? Page 2.
It's on page 2, Your Honor. Take a very close look at this particular fingerprint.
Take that!
Take that.
Mr. Redworth, that's Detective Snow's fingerprint.
Correct, Your Honor.
I don't get it.
Detective Snow clearly does, judging by his face. Keep page 2 to one side, Your Honor. And take a look at Renwick Smith's fingerprints on page 1.
I'd really rather you didn't, Your Honor. Okay, so we have Detective Snow's print sample here. And then we have to Wait, this can't be. These fingerprints. They're both the exact same! Now, I'm gonna be honest, that's not what I was expecting to happen when we asked for the fingerprint analysis. Detective Snow, what the heck is the meaning of this? What are you and the defendant sharing fingerprints? That's just a print error. Okay, you're not mad? It sounds for both fingerprints to be the same? But how could you know if this document contained a print error or not? You perhaps not anything you want to say, mate? Neither.
Objection!
Wow, I didn't even see your mouth. Yeah, that good trick, huh? Hold it, Mr. Edgeworth.
That's why he's not been able to speak freely. The man responsible is here in this very room.
You'll need more proof than a piece of paper to make that kind of accusation. Take the enigma, for example. How could you tell which prints belong to who?
So the physical proof that these two are sharing the same prints is what he's asking for.
Is there any evidence that has Snow's prints on it? I copied. I mean, this is really only it, right? This has to be it, right?
Yes.
There's nothing else here. There's nothing else here that he could have touched.
I would never think you're right.
This is the injury report. It's a question worth answering, Mr. Edgeworth. If indeed this mind-boggling wonder is true, a more tangible demonstration is needed.
Is there something in the court record I can use to answer that question? Something Detective Snow has recently touched. Very well, Your Honor. I believe I can prove this.
Let's wasting time! And let's have all Detective Snow's fingerprints for comparison. Couldn't we just grab that right now? Why do I need evidence?
Take that!
This is your copy of the victim's injury report?
Which I received directly from Detective Snow. You'll find a rather prominent thumbprint on the top left corner of the envelope. I wonder, Detective, could this be yours?
I'll save you the trouble, mate. That was one of the other guys smacking greasy fingers, you know.
Well, we'll find out, won't we? Considering for some reason there's only one
I don't know, that
on
looks pretty familiar.
Riddle me this.
Riddle me
What do
this,
you make
Your
of
Honor.
this, Your Honor? Does the print match the report?
Oh yes, I would say it does. It's definitely handled this envelope.
Now ask yourself, Your Honor. Being in police custody the entire time, will the defendant have left his prints on this?
Oh my god, no he wouldn't! You're right!
Precisely. Out of the two, the only one in a position to handle case documents was you, Detective Robert Snow.
Detective! You owe this court an explanation! Why do you have the same fingerprints as the defendant? You do realize the implications of what this means, don't you? So I have Renwick's prints? How do you know he doesn't have my print? That's not relevant!
I.
That's not relevant! What do you know about me and Renwick, eh? We're the best of buds, us two. I wish we were until he showed his true colors. And you stand there telling me I'm the shifty one all of a sudden?
You are a detective. All this time, you have been in a very tenable position. Able to move freely without any crime scene, without question over your authority. Hiding in plain sight among your peers at the police department.
Roger, what are you driving at? You don't think the detective is involved?
I do, Your Honor. And you are all probably wondering, why? Why would a simple detective commit attempted murder and grand theft?
Otto.
And why would he frame his so-called best bud? He chose one very specific target, and had his eyes on one very specific prize. Because that man standing at the witness bench is not Detective Robert Snow.
We're just gonna go straight to insane theories. What do you mean Detective Snow isn't Detective Snow?
We've strayed from a particular subject quite a bit, Your Honor. But we still have the matter of Hemlock to discuss.
Hemlock, you say? I want you to presume he's still involved.
More than merely involved, Your Honor. He has been the true culprit all along.
The detective here? He's Hemlock! But Mr. Wright, what does the defense make of all this? I don't know.
May I remind Your Honor that Hemlock is heavily affiliated with the criminal underworld. Detective Jackson said yesterday that he became the new leader of the conducting smuggling ring. And I've caught on to many behaviors that suggest he has been manipulating this trial. Clearly, Wright has been coerced by this man to ensure he gets away from his crimes. And he has just proven he can't agree. He can't say a single word out of line. So I declare for the record, and for the knowledge of as many people as possible, Detective Snow, you are the man known as Hemlock.
Oh well, look at that. Now the friggin' judge against me too. What, some shit like that? You better back it up, mate. Ain't no way in hell you can call me out as Hemlock.
Well, technically I just did. This is my chance to make sure he doesn't get away. Fine, you want evidence of your true identity? I believe I have just the thing. Your Honor, do you remember this finger puppet?
In today's proceedings, yes, I remember Mr. Wright presented it on one occasion. It was sent up for analysis to determine its owner. The police been successful in that regard.
Yes, Your Honor. The fingerprints of Beck's Vault by Renwick Smith were found inside it. Or was it really Renwick Smith's print?
Holbert claims this finger puppet was a parting gift for him from the boogeyman. If this is true, it's likely that this puppet belonged to Hemlock himself.
If what you suggest Volpa told you was accurate, then it's possible that Hemlock left prints inside the puppet.
Exactly. They bring us one step closer to identifying this faceless man.
Keep in mind our most recent revelation that Detective Snow inexplicitly has the same prints. Now what would that mean for this puppet's owner?
That couldn't possibly be Renwick's print inside that puppet. Why the fuck is it there to begin with?
For detective, you're not all that bright. It's almost as if you weren't really a detective. Need I remind you that Detective Smith has been in police custody this entire time? How would he possibly be able to make contact with this puppet? A puppet that has been in the possession of Vex Volpa for the past few days, no less. I hardly doubt the defendant was able to leave his cell and pop down to solitary confinement.
Absolutely right, Mr. Rushworth. And the only person with his fingerprint.
The boogeyman serial killer that strikes fear into a heart as black as Volpa's. The man who has been coercing the knowing and manipulating the unaware. The man who has been walking around in plain sight taking us all for fools. The man standing there at the witness bench under the guise of an absent-minded detective.
Talk to Detective Dick Gumshoe, because he actually does his job.
The man simply known as Hemlock.
No!
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Actually, no, is he okay?
What's gonna happen now?
Purple eyes, baggage. Finally, the puppeteer himself is revealed. Your Honor.
I am not struggling to comprehend the situation. The elusive Mr. Hemlock here in this courtroom. And he's here masquerading as a detective in charge of all these investigations.
Objection!
Oh. I forgot
Oh
about
my.
that, honestly.
Whoa.
Did you even hear that last time?
So much for planning you, huh, Nikki?
Oh, here
But
we
it
go.
ain't over yet. Please
Here we
have
go.
a workaround. Plan B it is, then.
You stand for
Oh.
Vex?
I forgot about this as well. Oh my god.
I forgot about this.
Low key.
I thought he took off the hair. All I remember is the puppets.
You guys sound surprised. Not what you were expecting? I understand. Sucks when things don't go your way, huh?
What is the meaning of this? Not Detective Smith.
Why would I do that again? Snow! The name's Hemlock, champ. Lionel Hemlock. And I believe you're in my... Oh my god.
Excuse me, your seat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you could just scooch over, Your Honor, that'd be great.
There you are. Took him down.
Thanks a million, bud.
We forgot about that.
Your Honor, are you alright?
Some fine. God seize that man at once.
Oh, no, we ain't having that. Make yourselves known, gents. Plan V is go. Oh, right.
Yeah, this crap. Yep. Those men must be Achilles' henchmen. How on earth did they blend into the audience?
Who your jets, people? My boys don't necessarily mean you any harm. They're just keeping the peace during these proceedings. They're all over the building too, so nobody even think of trying to do a runner, yeah. Oh yeah, and for those of you trying to call the police right now,
Right.
there's
right.
really no need
Jammer.
to bother.
Jammer, right. Whoa, what did you just do?
Avoid a jamming signal within a 100-mile radius. Wait, what option do these days, huh?
Meaning we're essentially cut off from the outside world.
Sounds like a lot like Danganronpa.
It's like a thing, you should save your guards, Judge. I'm gonna control that. Do you want this room to be turned into a meat blender?
Oh yeah, Danganronpa!
Guards, stand down, please. Never in all my born years have my proceedings been hijacked
I
like
forgot
this.
we just see the dude on the stand, bro.
Who do you think you are?
Judge on the stand, guys.
We've been through this already. I'm locked, and everything's going my way. Which is precisely the point of Plan B, ain't it, Nikki?
Sir Wright? You knew about this?
Yes, Your Honor, I did. My apologies. My apologies. This is what Hemlock said he would do if his identity was filled today. Yep, what he said. So with that in mind, let me ask you one question, Nikki. The pact violated for me being forced to go onto my 22nd plan. Why shouldn't I have my boys repaint this courtroom with phoenix blood right now?
Oh my god, dude, that's morbid. Right, if only I know what Hemlock was planning.
Yeah, unfortunately that was a bit impossible.
I need to do something.
Alright, Achilles henchman, off with his head!
Hold it!
Oh?
Wait a moment.
I love him! You can't kill him! Huh? I don't care if you're gay.
Context, man. If Wright is at odds for what to say in his defense, then I must speak for him.
Itchy words, why? Your friend and I made a pact yesterday, Chip. I'll repeat it for the benefit of the court. Nicky doesn't reveal my identity and he gets to keep his head. Now what part of that sentence doesn't add up for you? Wright still had his head.
If the pact is exactly
plan?
as you describe, plan. Yes, the plan. I know the
That
plan now.
plan.
Then he wasn't the only one to reveal our identity. That would have been me.
Go, Mr. Meeseeks. Edgeworth, what are you doing?
Since you've been in such proximity to the defense during today's trial, he has been powerless to speak for himself.
Fucking loser.
Ergo, he was not the one to blow your cover, but me.
Alright, your head's gone.
You're the dead body now.
Today's gonna be fun. Oh my, I forgot about that. Okay, guys and gals, we're gonna have a 10-minute break. I'm gonna just reiterate that Achilles is everywhere throughout this building. So don't you be running off now, you hear? Although I will let off people with doctor's notes. Just kidding, you're going nowhere, fuckers.
What in the name of all that is holy has happened to this trial?
Great question, Edgeworth.
Now we have the perpetrator calling the shots.
Shots! So what are we waiting for? Scram, you lot! Oh boy.
Yeah, you lot.
The Achilles Edgeman, and we're back to Phoenix.
Achilles agents.
It really to me, real Russian, probably.
Indeed.
I don't know.
You just had to dig around even more. You just had to put your foot in it, didn't you?
I mean, that is typical. I mean, I do typically put my mouth where my foot is. I mean, where my mouth is. Oh my god.
That's disgusting, man.
I knew we'd eventually do something like this.
And you couldn't tell me. I was skeptical at first, but now I understand. Now I understand! Kept me all night with his prank calls.
You're at the prank call stage already? He must really like you.
Don't think that! Hi, Edgeworth. I'm sorry about, everything in there.
You knew this would happen. That he planned to hijack the entire case. And you never thought to consult the police about this?
What
You can't,
the
you can't
hell was I
really.
supposed to do? The monster who somehow knew everything about you was breathing down your neck? What would you do in that situation, huh? Besides, I couldn't even if I tried. So my call somehow redirect to him.
But how? How could he possibly have that much control? To the point of choosing who you can and can't contact. I have a question. Earlier when you blurted out that the attack is happening at 4:30 a.m., how did you know that?
Hemlock, he ran me through his action plan yesterday. Barely got any sleep because he kept ringing me. Not just for pointless reasons.
And he informed you of the true time he did the deed. And you somehow managed to slip it past him into your argument.
These are your arguments.
I thank you for taking that kind of risk. Without it, I wouldn't have had something to latch on to expose him.
Thank you, by the way, for covering me in there. Everything's been revealed, we just need to...
But wait, if he has the entire building under lockdown, why doesn't he just escape?
Because that'd be a very unsatisfactory way to end this game. Good point. But I say we use this opportunity to get to the bottom of this case.
You think that's a good idea with goons pointing Uzis at everyone?
In my defense, I think we'd be dead if he wasn't just dead already. What real choice do we have? Well, we're stuck here for whoever knows why. We might as well uncover the truth. Right, Edgeworth? No, fuck you, Wright! Let me out of here!
Stand back, sir. Orders from the boss. Nobody's leaving.
That's what you think! Now get out of the way! Slam. Knocked out.
Consider this your warning, people. No one's getting out till the boss says so.
I am not terrified at all.
Right, we're dealing with a man who just pushed the judge out of his seat.
I mean, you're saying that as if that's the craziest thing to happen in this franchise, but okay.
He clearly has no qualms about doing worse.
He just hijacked the courtroom. What do you mean?
Tread with utmost caution.
10 minutes, everyone get back in here! Hemlock, I don't know how, but you're going down.
Did bro just steal Meekins' megaphone?
And that's the end of episode 31, 32, 33?
Oh my god.
32? 32, I think. 32, I don't remember. We recorded this like a week
You
ago.
addressed them about the issues, yes?
Yeah, I re-recorded it all. I just put like a note at the beginning saying that.
Very nice, very nice.
We'll see you guys in episode 33, which we're about to record anyways. So,
Yep.
bye-bye!